Mornings with Jones and Tyrrell.
Good morning, that is us. It's 8:28, 21 degrees. I'm Brent Jones.
I'm Brenda Tyrrell.
And that is Chris Shickluna.
It is. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody. And joining us by phone right now, we are speaking with Lindsey Middleton and Katie Uhlmann from Cows Come Home. Good morning to you both. Are you there?
Hi. Yes, good morning.
Hi. Hey, welcome to the show. Thank you for making time for us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Do you want to each kind of introduce yourselves individually, just briefly, because it might make it easier just for listeners to sort of tell your voices apart. Lindsey, why don't you go first?
Sure.
Lindsey first.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Lindsey Middleton. I grew up in Ridgeway, Fort Erie area, and I now live in Toronto, and I'm an actor and filmmaker.
Nice. And Katie, go ahead.
Yeah. And hi, guys. My name is Katie Uhlmann, and I'm originally from Trenton, Ontario. And I'm a director and producer, writer. And I'm very excited to spend some time in Fort Erie this fall.
Well, we got lots of stuff to ask you about, and we're excited to have you here in town. I think most people in town, unless they've been living under a rock at this point, know that Cows Come Home is a thing and that it's going to happen. But why not, in your own words, tell us about the show? Either of you want to take that question? Tell us about the show, what it's all about, and what's coming up.
Go for it, Katie.
Okay.
Sorry. We'll start prompting you. We'll start prompting. Which one? Okay.
Great. Okay, so this is a story about female friendship, two best friends who've gone in polar opposite life directions. And our protagonist, who Lindsey's playing, Sam, she burns out in Toronto and comes back to her small town and rediscovers herself through the world of competitive cow showing.
That's awesome.
With the help of her with the help of her best friend. So we're both from small towns, and I grew up around horses, and Lindsey cows and horses, and I don't know, we bonded over small town values and wanting to represent the communities and people that we love and know, and also in this sort of fun world that we haven't seen yet on television.
No, there is a lack of cows on TV. I definitely give you that. Now, I heard that the farm the dairy farm where you guys are filming this is also part of like your childhood.
Yes. So this is Lindsey here. I did 4-H, which is an incredible organization that is for youth to kind of get involved, learn hands-on skills, confidence, mentorship, all these beautiful things. And there's different clubs you can do. And the club I was a part of was 4-H Dairy. So that involves learning about agriculture, farming, but then also getting a calf and taking it to local fairs and showing it in competitions, which kind of involves walking your calf around a hockey ring or like a fair ring. And the farm that would always lend calves out to youth in the area to do this is Walnut Knoll, owned by Austin Miller, who has been in my life my entire life and is just such a lovely, lovely man. And we're so grateful to him because without his generosity of letting us film a large portion of the show there, I don't think we could ever do this.
Now filming is... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, and Austin's granddaughter, Natalie, has been training our calves for us in her spare time.
That's cool. So you got your very own animal wrangler.
Yeah. Do they have like their own union? The cows, do they have like their own union, their own agents, their own representation, or what?
They're starting to organize. We're trying to keep them down.
Yeah, keep them out of actor as long as you can.
It'll be a moonion.
Yeah. Womp womp. I was curious about the filming locations because we're there's the farm where a lot of this is going to be filmed September and October this year. But are there other locations around Greater Fort Erie where you'll be filming as well?
Yes. There are. Another location that we could not do the show without is I Canter, which is run by Karen Vanderzom, and we're also so grateful to her. I Canter is kind of the other farm I spent a lot of time on as a child, and I'm so excited to return back to both these places. And then there will be other like smaller, tiny locations that we do lean on throughout the Fort Erie area. So people watching will definitely see, oh, I know that landmark. I know that. There'll be some,
That's going to be half the fun of it.
Reflected.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be half the fun is watching and kind of figuring out where's Waldo, and figuring out where you are.
Now, in the Niagara, like in the Fort Erie region, Niagara region especially, there are tons of actors down here. And I understand that you've got some opportunities possibly coming up in the future for ACTRA members, either as extras or performers.
Yes, and if anyone is interested in submitting themselves for a background part or a principal part, please get in touch with us on our Facebook page, Cows Come Home Show, because we are going to be looking to cast some locals. We're very excited.
And what is the best way for people to follow along and get news about the show as it's coming up? I mean, obviously, we'll keep talking about it here on Fort Erie Radio, but is it your Facebook page? Is that the best place to get the up-to-the-minute info?
Yeah, I think Facebook or Instagram, at Cows Come Home Show on Instagram as well.
Okay.
Would be the two places. Yeah.
Now, how did the show idea come together? Because you two obviously, knew each other, friends, I guess, before going into this project. But how did the idea come together for this particular show?
Well, it was definitely a true collaboration. Lindsey and I know each other through her brother, Gordon, who I've known for years. And we were at his birthday a few years ago. And Lindsey was talking about growing up doing 4-H dairy and what that meant to her. And at the time, I was looking to produce something rural and said to her, well, maybe we should make a show. And Lindsey was like, I've always wanted to make this a show. And then we just started working on it. And the series was part of the TIFF television series accelerator. So it was developed through that and at the festival last year, and then applying for funding. And here we are, I guess. I mean, I don't know, Lindsey, am I missing anything?
No, I think you got it perfectly.
Well, I thought the coolest part of that. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say a lot of time in coffee shops and our apartments.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the coolest part of the story is that when Lindsey goes to parties, she talks about cow showing. I mean, that was a story. We went to a party and Lindsey's bragging about her work with calves here. I thought that was amusing.
Well, Brent, I qualified for the Royal Winter Fair at 13, and in the cow showing world, that's actually quite a big deal. So
is that okay?
I hold it quite dearly to me.
That's amazing. Hey, whatever you do, be proud of it. We actually, when we published a story of forteriradio.ca about the show and borrowed a photo from your website where it looks like you're very comfortable handling cows. I mean, I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, it felt like coming home. This last weekend, we got to go just do a day of work on the dairy farm. So we were up at 4:30 in the morning and out milking cows and back for evening chores at 4, and took we actually have 2 calves that we're training because, it's always good to have a body double in case, one's, not wanting to walk that day. So we took them out for a little stroll, and it was so fun. It felt just, right back at home.
And your show is debuting in spring of 2025 on Bell's 5 TV1?
That is
exactly. Yeah.
That's very cool. That's good. All right. Well, I mean, as far as the feel and the vibe, we got like a minute left here. And of course, I want to encourage our listeners to, if they're not already familiar, follow you online. Make sure to, keep an eye out for filming, that type of thing happening this fall. But in terms of the vibe check for this show, I mean, are we expecting a lot of dramatic moments? Are we expecting a lot of sort of comedy and levity to it? What should viewers expect from the finished product?
It's a heartfelt comedy. So a lot of zany, quirky comedy, but then with a lot of heart to it, and real characters based on, inspired by people we know, and really about friendship and family and small town values as well.
Hey ladies, as somebody who have met you both, I can tell you the heartwarming feeling and coming home is felt. I feel the vibration, I feel the energy, and I think that comedy format for this type of region and successful program will be there.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Not a question. He just wanted to curry favor with 2 very, very famous people. That's why I showed
up this week, just to get that.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, we want to thank you both for spending some time with us here on the phone. We wish you both nothing but success with the show. And just hang on the line for one moment. We'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy Friday, ladies.
So, they're just lovely people, eh?
Yeah.
I'm excited about
They
this.
sound like a great time.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great show, and this is such a cool thing for our town.
And when you've got a show involving like cow showing, how can it not be a comedy?
Well, I'll tell you what else is a comedy. It's a National I'm a Simpleton Day. So we're going to talk about that coming up shortly. We also have a look at traffic just around the corner. Here's Soundgarden. It's 8:39. You're listening to Fort Erie Radio.